My name is Valerie Runyon. I'm the mom of a son, and I'm from Richmond Hill, Georgia. My son is 7. He's an only child. His name is Kane. He is incredibly bright, such a character, and absolutely full of curiosity. Great logical mind, and loves things like science projects, putting Legos together. But I think what makes him extra special is his big heart. He is so perceptive in thinking of others and really going the extra mile to help someone out or just make them feel good. Before we received any official diagnoses for our son, my husband and I were always aware of behaviors that seemed to indicate ADHD, but it wasn't until he was around 4 that things got pretty difficult for our family. Our active little boy was bouncing off the walls with uncontrollable hyperactivity and impulsivity, but that really wasn't the worst of it. The hardest part was the emotional dysregulation and anxiety that he was experiencing. And watching your child struggle like that is one of the most difficult things a parent can go through. You just feel absolutely helpless, and everyone ends up feeling out of control. Upon receiving 5 diagnoses for our son, we knew we had to do something to help him. I had already poured so much time and energy into parenting books, Facebook groups, counselors, positive parenting techniques, but it wasn't enough. So at the suggestion of our psychiatrist, we put him on a stimulant medication. That really blew up in our faces. So did the next one, and the one after that, and the one after that. It was really unbearable, and I just wanted to help my little boy. Fast forward through additional therapy, more books, essential oils, chiropractic care, and even beginning to consider things like neurofeedback therapy, we found Donna and her program. Throughout my journey of trying to help my son, I had joined probably 10 or 15 Facebook groups, and some of them were helpful, others not so much, but one of them happened to be Donna's free Facebook group that really helps parents who are navigating these same challenges that we were. When I started Donna's program, I knew I was finally on the right path, that she had our back. And by changing our diet and going through her program, we got our son back. His self-confidence and his courage returned. He was no longer putting holes into walls or dealing with paralyzing anxiety. His OCD tendencies went away, and he was far more capable of regulating his emotions. He was having an easier time playing with friends and getting along. He can now talk about how he's feeling. He can sit through a restaurant meal. He's still 7 and full of life, but so much of that impulsivity is gone, and he makes better choices on a consistent, regular basis. This past summer, we actually took a vacation to Disney World for the first time as a family. And before going through this program, I would have never even considered planning a vacation somewhere like that. I would have been terrified of my son running off, getting lost in the crowds, falling out of a ride, and certainly not being able to handle waiting in all of those lines. But we were able to go and have the time of our lives, and we got to truly enjoy our time together. And that may seem like a normal thing for the average family, but for us, it was something we weren't sure we'd get to do with him. My advice to other parents out there that are struggling with these challenges is to really focus on your child's positive behaviors more than the negative, which is sometimes easier said than done, but our neurodiverse kids oftentimes hear so much negativity, and as parents, we really need to fill their cup up as much as we can. 2 simple ways I like to do this are: 1, to keep a list of positive affirmations you can say to your child, somewhere you'll see it often, like on your fridge, and just aim to say at least 1 every day. Something as simple as, "You come up with great ideas," can make such a huge impact on their day. And the second way you can focus on the positive is by implementing a Katya jar. And you can use any jar or container. I use an old pickle jar, and every time I catch my son doing something kind, thoughtful, brave, or even just doing a chore that I didn't ask him to do, I pop a cotton ball into the jar. You can use marbles, cotton balls, whatever you have on hand, but when that jar gets filled, they've earned something special. So baking a treat and dessert before dinner, family game night, a new book, or whatever you and your child decide on together. I always knew that parenting would be hard. I guess I didn't realize it would be this hard. But a little secret I want to share with you, it doesn't have to be this hard. And you too can find a supportive community that will lift you up on those hard days and get you through, but also celebrate your wins and pull you in that forward trajectory. I found mine, and you can too.